Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're all doing okay. I hope you're having a great day and a great week. Today I'm just sort of doing a chatty get ready with me video. I did this look. It's neutral with a pop of orange. That's how I would describe it. It's fine. Today I'm chatting with you all about my first 3 years on Instagram. It's coming up to 3 years since I started my Instagram account for makeup, and I thought I would let you guys know the good, the bad, everything in between. I did put a poll up on my Instagram stories asking if you wanted this video, and quite a few people said yes, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. I've spoken about my journey through Instagram. That's so ridiculous, but my journey through Instagram, and also I spoke a bit about PR and things like that. So if that sounds interesting, please keep on watching. If you like this content, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It would really help me out. And if you like my content, then by all means subscribe. I post every Wednesday, and sometimes chatty videos, sometimes testing videos and everything else. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now because this intro is way too long. I really hope you enjoy the video. So I'll just start by letting you know how it all started, really. I posted my first look, I think on the 11th of May, 2018. And the reason why I posted it was because I quite like doing colourful eyeshadow, even back then. I'm pretty sure the first look I did was just pink with a gold lid. But I was quite proud of it at the time, and I posted it on my private personal account, but then I sort of realised that maybe my friends didn't really care about makeup, so I just thought I want to do makeup for fun and share it with people and be able to talk to people who have similar interests to me. So I thought, well, just for a bit of fun, let's start an Instagram account. And so I started it. I posted that look and it's gone from there. I need to put a headband in. I slowly started gaining quite a few followers. I would say my growth was pretty standard for the first 2 years, especially as when I started it was sort of like halfway through my second year of university, and then for my third year of university I did a placement year, so I went to work in a normal job for 1 year, and then I went back to finish my degree. So during the year when I was working, I didn't really post much. At the start of 2020, so at the start of last year, I think I had around 3,500 followers, which for 2 years is perfectly fine. That may be fast to some people, that may be slow to some people, but for me I was like kind of okay with it. Like, I occasionally compare my growth to other people's, but generally I'm pretty okay to just stay in my lane and whatever happens, happens. At the start of 2020 I was in my final year of university, but at this point I had sort of started actively doing makeup for Instagram. So it wasn't just I'll do my makeup for the day and post a picture of it. It was I will sit down and do makeup purely for the reason of posting it on Instagram, which I think is a bit of a shift that I don't think a lot of people really think about, because I feel like people start Instagram thinking, oh well, it'll slot into my daily life, which I'm sure for some people it does, it just didn't for me. Cut to March, the UK went into lockdown, and I very quickly went home. I took a load of makeup with me. I went home because of Corona, and my university got shut, gyms got shut, all teaching was now online, exams were going to be online, but basically I had a lot more free time during this. Even though I was still preparing for my final year exams, I just had more time because I wasn't going to lectures. All lectures were recorded so I could do them at my own pace, I could revise at my own pace, and on top of that exams were now being sat online and we had access to our notes and our books, so revision itself wasn't as stressful or as time consuming. So yeah, I was able to spend way more time on my makeup, and at this point I had joined a couple of group chats on Instagram. Now, in case you don't know or you don't have Instagram in this respect, basically on Instagram pretty much everyone, while they're trying to grow their account, joins these support groups, and in these support groups there's usually a couple of rules, you know, things like follow everybody, no drama, things like that. And in these groups there's loads of different types. There's ones where you like and save people's posts, and you like and comment, or like, comment and save, and you know, all these things. But basically you announce when you have a new post up and everyone in the group will go and show support on it, and in turn you do the same. And I was in a couple of these, not very many. I'm never in loads. I quite enjoyed them because not only are they there for support, but quite a few of the ones that I was in back then and I'm still in now, they're like friendship groups. You get to know the people in the groups, you chat about random things, you know, you really do form, well, at least I have, in some of my groups, I formed really good bonds with some of the girls who are in them, and I've really enjoyed supporting them, and I still enjoy supporting them now. And people join and leave these groups quite frequently, and some people stay and support even after they leave, and some people still support you if you leave, others don't. Others just unfollow you immediately, which is fine, but I just personally feel like it's just nice to be nice, and other people disagree with that, which is fine, but you know, it's just not who I am. And in that respect, I do think that Instagram can be a little harsh sometimes. But yeah, so I was in a couple of these groups and I started doing makeup collabs, I have a couple of them on my page. They sort of just push you out of your comfort zone a little bit and make you try new things, which is what I really liked, especially when I had all this free time and not a lot of creativity. I was like, well, what can I do? So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And I just started growing quite a bit, and eventually I finished my exams and had all this free time because I didn't have a job. The country was still completely locked down, like it was very difficult to find graduate jobs at this point, so I didn't have one, and I was still searching for one, but I had a lot of free time, which helped my Instagram a lot because I could focus on it. And I quite quickly hit 5,000 followers, which is amazing, and I did a giveaway. And then I got accepted for a job, which is the job I have now, and I knew I was starting in January 2021. So in the run-up to the end of the year, I spent a lot of time doing makeup so that when I started my new job in January, I could continue posting on Instagram without having to spend time making looks. I could just take one that I've already done and post it, and that worked great. It really helped. I'm proud of myself for being that prepared. At this point I started settling into a routine of posting every other day, which now I pretty much only post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it's still pretty similar, and I enjoy having that rhythm to it. And then I hit 10,000 followers, yay me, before the end of 2020, which was kind of a goal for me, and I'm proud that I hit it. And I actually got to around 11,500, I think I was at. Then it started going downhill. I started my new job, I started YouTube, and because I had my new job, I couldn't dedicate as much time to Instagram as I was doing before I had my job. Which, you know, I was kind of prepared for, but it also meant I couldn't dedicate the time into growing my Instagram, because also in the run up to the end of the year, I kept getting invited to these, like, they're called gain grabs, and they are group chats, and they are very, very quick group chats. You're only in them for maybe an hour or so, but you get added to the group chat and you follow everyone and they follow you back, and then people who aren't active get removed, and then you add new people, and you just grow like that. They're very fast paced. They are, if you're not online at the time, you sort of miss it. But they were good, but it's also incredibly fake. Like, people unfollow the moment the chat is over, and it's just not great. It's not something I liked doing, but I really wanted to hit 10,000 followers, which I know sounds ridiculous, and I agree, it is ridiculous, but that's just sort of the mentality you get into a little bit with these social media platforms, where you just want to keep growing and you want to do well, which is great, but what's the point if it's not real growth? Which is something I've come to terms with over the last couple of months. And it's hard to come to terms with. If you have an Instagram account or a YouTube account or whatever, it's easy to get sucked into growth. I get that. But you do have to just take a step back and realise, well, this isn't the most important thing in the world. Because I haven't been putting that effort into growing anymore, and I've left quite a few of those group chats I was in because I just don't have time to keep up with everyone's posts. My following has gone down quite a bit. It literally goes down every day, which is a little disheartening, and it's now at the point where my job, I have exams to sit as part of my job, and they're quite full on. I actually have 2 coming up in June, and they take up a lot of my time, and then when I go on Instagram to dedicate an hour or so to Instagram and I see I've lost like 50 followers, it's not a nice feeling. And I've actually gone down, I think I'm at around 11,000 now, which is still a lot. Okay, I'm putting that out there. It's still a lot of followers, and I know that, but it's just difficult because I had more than that and now I don't, which is fine. Okay, can you tell I'm trying to come to terms with it? That's kind of where I'm at right now with Instagram. I still post every other day, well, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I still enjoy doing makeup. I still feel a little disheartened about my whole following, but that's fine. I will get over it, obviously, and hopefully it will start to pick up a bit. I do find with Instagram it's very much sort of ebbs and flows, and you do plateau a little bit and then you lose some and then you gain some and blah blah blah. It sucks and it can be disheartening, but it's just part of Instagram. On top of that, the Instagram algorithm works against anyone trying to grow their account. I hate the Instagram algorithm. Me and every single other person who vaguely understands it. So they changed the algorithm, and basically what happened was, to my knowledge, because I don't know all of it because I don't care to know all of it, Instagram got bought by Facebook, and Facebook sort of stopped organic growth to the point where now pretty much if you want to grow your Instagram account and you want your posts to be seen by people, you almost have to promote your post. And promoting your post is where you pay, and you can choose how much you pay and how long for or whatever, but you pay to have Instagram show your post to more people. Personally, I have promoted a couple of posts, maybe 5 at most, and yes, those posts get seen by way more people. And it feels great because you're like, wow. Normally I would say I get between 1,000, probably sometimes less than that, but at most 2,000 people see my posts. And that doesn't mean 2,000 people like it or comment or whatever, but 2,000 people see it. It used to be higher. It's annoying because I used to have fewer followers, but more people would see my post. And now I have more followers, but few of them see my post. Which is kind of frustrating. But yeah, sometimes I do promote posts. It's not a common thing, just when I think I have. When I really like my post and I'm like, I want it to do well, so I pay to promote it. The most recent one I did was my Easter bunny one, because I really did like that one. And that had over 100,000 people see it. It has almost 1,000 likes on it. I would never get that if I hadn't have promoted it. In terms of going forward, I am going to stay on Instagram because I do enjoy it, although it is difficult because I'm kind of at the point where I'm so busy with work. It's like, well, do I really have time for all this anymore? And that's why I've left so many of my group chats, even though I love being in them. I just don't have the time to keep up and dedicate to everything on Instagram, which sucks, but it's part of life. I thought I'd talk a bit about PR because I feel like that's it's a very common topic that people want to know about. Personally, I haven't done a lot of PR stuff. Probably the biggest one I did, or like for me the most important one I did, was with Benefit, and it was in the run up to Christmas, promoting one of their brow sets, which was very fun for me. But I got that through a program called the Blogger program, and you sign up and you link your Instagram accounts and things like that, and they look at your growth and your following and like how many people interact with your post. They look at all of that, and then you can sort of sign up for campaigns. So you sort of submit yourself, and then the company will check you out, and then they'll either say yes or no. And then you can receive products to promote. And you can link all of your social media. So I have my Instagram and my YouTube linked, although my YouTube has 60 subscribers, so that means nothing to them. It means everything to me, but nothing to them. And there's usually some sort of rules around it, like we want a post and a story, or 2 posts, or a post and an Instagram TV, things like that. But you don't have to opt in. You can choose whether or not you want to do it based on that. Like, it's written in the description. You're not just blindsided with all these things you have to do. I'm in a couple of things like this. So I've recently signed up to Octoly, although Octoly is more of a US thing, annoyingly. So they don't have many things going on here in the UK. But actually there was one the other day that I did agree to, although I haven't been, what's it called? I haven't been like, basically you sign up your accounts, but they can like reject your account because it's not what they want. So I'm not actually signed up as an influencer. I'm just signed up as a normal person, but normal people can do it too. You just have to write a review about them. I'm also part of Influenster, which I feel like is very popular, where you get Vox boxes, I think they're called. And I quite like that one. I've had a couple of things through them. Nothing really makeup related, I don't think. But either way, the stuff I've received has been great, and I've written reviews about them and stuff like that. But yeah, those are the main bits of PR I've got. I will say I have also been contacted by 3 like individual sellers on Instagram. So one of them being Charlie Betty Beauty, who I love. I used her palette on my channel already. It's a great palette. Check back on my videos if you want to see. But yeah, so she messaged me and asked if I wanted to test her palette, and I did, and she sent it to me and I love it. So yeah, check it out if you haven't already. And then like at one point last year, a girl I knew on Instagram had started her own jewellery company, and she asked if she could send me a couple of pieces, and she did, and I promoted them and they were beautiful. Although I don't think she's running it anymore. I don't even know if she's on Instagram anymore, which is a shame. When you see people give up on Instagram, you understand why, because obviously I've had those thoughts of like, do I really want to keep doing this? But seeing other people give up is obviously sad because you want them to do well. I personally always want my friends, in fact I want everyone to do well. I hope everyone does well in life. That would be great. But yeah, so she sent me a couple of pieces of jewellery, and then I was also contacted by Wild Blossom Beauty and they sent me a couple of bits as well. So brands can reach out to you like that on Instagram. However, you gotta be careful because you'll have pyramid schemes reach out to you, you will have fake people reach out to you, you will have companies that are well established who just treat you like crap. I have two instances of like quite bad situations. The first one happened when I was quite new to Instagram, but it taught me a lot, and it was a fitness clothing brand based out in America, and they said, hey, if you order some stuff off our website, we'll give you a discount code, you can promote it, we'll give your followers a discount code, this, that and the other. First of all, that's not PR. If you have to pay for a product, it's not PR. Okay? So when I ordered off this brand and the stuff never arrived, thankfully I paid through PayPal, but PayPal did pay me the money back, which I thought was very nice of them. But yeah, if you ever get messages like that, just ignore them. I just delete them now. I don't even read them. The moment I see anything like that. Also, if you get a message and it's like DM such and such ASAP for a collab, and some of them comment on your post, ignore them, delete them, don't even bother, because it's just a scam. The other one is Amazon sellers that contact you asking if you want to, well, this is one where it's a bit different. So often they will message you saying, hey, do you want to test out our products? And then you have to buy the products, but then they pay you back. So I've only done this once, and it was for an eye cream. I did mention it in my skincare video, and the only reason I did it was because I was going to buy an eye cream anyway, so I might as well just do this one and then they'll pay me back. However, the issue is sometimes you don't get paid back. I was very lucky. The seller was actually quite lovely. They paid me back, they liked my review, they offered if I ever wanted to do anything else with them, I could, just let them know, which was obviously very nice, but it's not always like that. So I would just say don't do it, and even now if I get a message from an Amazon seller, I just delete the message, I don't bother. And then another time, which was a bad one, was a company, it was a teeth whitening company. By the way, their products worked absolutely fine. I have nothing against the product, it was the team. They sort of messaged me after I'd promoted the product on my Instagram, which they sent to me for free, so nothing wrong there. But after I'd promoted it, they sort of messaged me and were like, hey, can you do a video talking about it? They messaged me on my first day of work, first of all, which they didn't know, so fine. But they messaged me and they were like, hey, can you do a promotional video? And I was like, sure, but it's not going to be till after 5:30 because I'm working. They're like, okay, just as soon as possible. So I did the video and sent it to them. They were like, no, sorry, this isn't what we're looking for. Can you just, because I said the name wrong or something like that, they were like, can you make sure you say such and such a thing? So then I redid it, sent it to them again, and got no response at all. Bearing in mind they had said, we need it as soon as possible, we'll pay you £50 for the video, and they just never replied. And then, well, they did eventually 2 weeks later to say, sorry, it's not what we were looking for, do you want to try this product instead? And I was like, no, I don't want to talk to you ever again. So I unfollowed them, deleted my post, can't bother with them. And now you'll find, if you are in this sort of situation, that a lot of the time the brand that you've worked for will be messaging a couple of other people that you know. And so a few of my friends asked my opinion on the company and I was like, don't bother. And I feel like that's something you kind of have to learn about on Instagram, is that if somebody wants you to promote something, you're just as valuable to them as they are to you. I am going to put liner on, I'm going to try and do it with my mascara already done. Could end badly. But overall, if you're doing, I would say if you want to get PR, try and do it through one of those companies like Octoly, like Influencer, like the Blogger program. I'm pretty sure there's more out there. I would say only do brands you've heard of before, but then I'd never heard of Charlie Betty Beauty before, and that was a great partnership that we formed. But even when she messaged me, I was very skeptical. I was like, I don't really know you. So you do have to take a leap of faith sometimes. So yeah, kind of just be a bit skeptical about these sorts of things, but it's a difficult one, I'll be completely honest, it's really difficult. But yeah, I would say if you're starting out, definitely avoid companies that want you to buy things to promote them, because that's not PR. I would say overall, my experience on Instagram has been pretty good. Once you get past the sort of issues, like I said, my following has been going down for literally about the last 2 months, and I don't know why, and I can't fix it, and there's nothing I can do about it. And you kind of do just have to have that mentality of it is what it is, unfortunately. A lot of people start Instagram pages with the hopes of being famous and getting loads of PR and all this sort of things. But realistically, you should start an Instagram page because you enjoy what you're posting about. So I love doing my makeup and I post about it, and that's why I'm consistent. I'm not consistent because in the back of my mind I'm like, I really want to get on a PR list. I would love to be on a PR list, but I know that's not realistic yet. If you want to start Instagram or YouTube, give it a go. If you don't, then that's fine. But also, just a quick thing, support your friends who do this sorts of thing. When I started my Instagram account, I didn't tell any of my friends because I was like embarrassed, and I don't know why. It was ridiculous, and now my friends know, people follow me. If people don't want to follow me, they don't want to follow me. And same with my YouTube, and it's nice to, when I see my friends, they always ask, how's your Instagram going? And I have a couple of friends who actively like every single time I post, which is such a nice feeling, and they're just great people. So if you have a friend that's doing Instagram or YouTube, just give them a bit of support. Like, it's not an easy thing to do, so yeah, just a bit of food for thought, I guess. But I hope you liked this video. I hope it was kind of informative in a way, without being like full of statistics and numbers and facts and things like that. It was kind of just a chilled chat. I'm thinking I might do another one of these, but when I'm like either 6 months or a year into YouTube, to sort of see how things are going, because I think it's a good way to be accountable for like what's going on. And also I feel like taking a step back and looking at where I've come in the last 3 years, because 3 years isn't a long time at all, and I'm very proud of the progress I've made. So I will happily do this again for my YouTube channel at either 6 months or a year. So yeah, let me know if you want to see that. But other than that, I've done this look. I mean, it's pretty basic, it's pretty neutral. I will link all the products I used down below. I hope you like it. It's pretty basic for me, pretty neutral for me. It's got a pop of orange, that's good enough. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps a lot. Be that supportive friend. But yeah, I hope you have a great day and an amazing week, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.